The Morgans definitely walk the talk. I think they're the epitome of what that means.
I think Bill and Gretchen exemplify what it is to be a just-in-time volunteer. We talk about family being this important role in a young person's life, and how for the human experience to evolve and for us to grow, you have to be connected to somebody. That's what they do. They connect with everybody.
My mom died when I was 23, and I just thought I just kind of wanted to be doing something positive. It was a 3-month training program, and basically you could become a foster parent. I knew that I didn't want to be a foster parent because I knew I could never give a child back, but I wanted to be a mentor and a friend. I think I've always had a little bit of mother in me even before I had kids. I thought that would just be a fit for me, and it just was. So.
Well, I got involved with foster youth through Gretchen's involvement in our church, helping the youth with their first home. I saw their excitement, their passion, and just how important it was for them to feel like they had a home of their own.
I first met Gretchen a few years back when I first became the executive director of Just in Time. They were doing a setup for a young man I had been mentoring. That's when I really got to talk to Gretchen. I saw the care and commitment she put into helping him put together that first apartment. But the thing that really impressed me after that was that she would talk to me on occasion and ask me how he was doing, how things were going. And so I could tell that it wasn't just an apartment setup she was doing. She really had a real connection to him and to all the youth that she was helping.
I think my favorite Gretchen and Bill story has to be when they decided to get the Horizon House. There was a lot of talk about things that they wanted to do, maybe, possibly, and you could just feel and hear the excitement in their voice with the impact that they wanted to create.
Gretchen's an accountant, and I have a pretty strong business background, and we're thinking, our kids, we talked about this, we said our kids couldn't even afford this apartment. They just couldn't, you know. They'd have to be making $50,000, $60,000 a year to afford this. And how's this girl gonna continue? And that's when we started talking about
How could you solve this?
What's the solution? And that's when I said, well, what we ought to talk about is buying an apartment building and controlling the rent, essentially.
Could we start a program that one person could do it? Could we do it? We could do it. Our daughter was graduating from college. We could do it. So that's how it started.
Part of what made the idea so great was it just wasn't about housing. They originally looked at doing an apartment building, but they had the same sensibility that I did, which is housing units that were apartments wasn't the same thing as a home environment. So when they told me that they had found a home in La Mesa, that they bought that home and they were ready to move forward with creating that space for a group of our participants, it was the perfect combination of a creative solution that was also innovative and met the needs of our community.
We were excited when Just in Time said, hey, this is a program we want to be a part of.
We were really, really excited about that.
That-
I can't
that's
believe
exciting.
it. This might actually happen. And we knew we had a lot of work ahead of us. We definitely did. But we were ready to do it. And it was super fun and exciting. And of course, it was super exciting when it was done, too.
To be there while they were doing the renovations, it just made me that much more grateful for them because it was a lot of work. I mean, Bill was there every single day, hours and hours on end, and he was volunteering to do this. Gretchen was out trying to make the house feel like a home. Being able to see the countless hours that they put in firsthand is unbelievable, and not getting paid for it was really amazing.
They treated it as if it was a place they were moving into themselves or their children would be moving into.
I think that the Horizons House is definitely a model that could be really, really helpful for other young people because it's not just a place to rent. I think it also is a space giving them a lot of motivation in their own personal and professional lives to continue to go to school or to get back into school or to take risk and challenge themselves.
When we first started talking about the Horizons House idea, first we were concerned, can we really do this? Now I think, gosh, how could we not be involved in this? This is just something that it's changed our lives, frankly.
They saw a need and they did something and they acted on it.
It's really fun to be part of a team like Just in Time, because there's a culture there that we really value, and that's just the passion and the motivation of the staff and how it affects the youth that they work with. And that's something that we want to continue to be a part of.
It's just super rewarding. All I can tell people is the more you get involved, the more you're going to get out of it.
Bill and Gretchen, I just want you to know that I am extremely grateful for the both of you, not only for the Horizons House, but also just personally having met you guys and feeling that I have a community in San Diego.
Bill and Gretchen, if we had more people like you in the world, more volunteers like you who are so committed and creative and caring and compassionate, we would solve all the problems that exist in our society. So I just want to thank you so much for what you've done and the example that you give to all of us of what can happen when people really see a problem and not just talk about it, but go out and really make things happen.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Gretchen. I just want to let you know, eye to eye, heart to heart, that you both are amazing. The sincerity that you've shown me and my family and the entire Just in Time organization is beyond my comprehension. And if I could do anything in this life, it would be to emulate the things that you've shown me so I can make the world a better place. Thank you for both of you.